It's the whole thing of be careful what you ask for. After years and decades, and I still think the SEC owes HBCUs a reparations check for the talent they stole since the 70s. But after years of getting all the advantages you possibly can get, dominating, since 72, only 14 schools have outright won a title who was not located in the South. Historically, you have the, let's call it, advantage on talent for reasons we won't get into right now. But after all that, you got what you wanted. You got your multi-billion-dollar TV contract with the Disney folks. You got your institutions making hundreds of millions of dollars annually. You got everything you want. You got to legally pay players, and you got legally to let other institutions develop under recruited talent. You come there and swipe them away. But, oh crap, the NIL thing. Here's the problem with that. No matter how good of a college, how good of an institution, you think Athens, Georgia, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, hell, Knoxville, Tennessee, not Nashville, Knoxville, Tennessee, Lexington, Kentucky, wherever the hell Arkansas plays at, Oxford, Mississippi, Starkville, Mississippi. Who else played in the SEC? Jacksonville, Florida. Wherever these teams are at, besides probably Baton Rouge and Austin, Texas, there are no economic powerhouses in those cities. You can't compete with the money in Texas. You can't compete with the money from the Midwest. You can't compete with the money from California, Washington, Oregon. Let Syracuse get a winning season. Can't compete with New York's money. Not even close. Philly, Virginia. These places, once they get a foothold, it's going to be over for the SEC. And you wanted it. I don't care how many cars that Nick Saban could have sold from the dealerships. He couldn't compete with oil money and SMU's historically tight, rich budget. SMU can bring up $100 million a couple of days. I don't think Alabama can. Texas can damn sure find money in the oil wells in West Texas. Look what Texas Tech did. I don't think Bama can. So you wanted to have the NIL so you can go over there and just poach and play all the players to come play for these historically great SEC schools. And it's coming out to bite you in the butt. Because the places that you're playing at have not grown with the places you're playing against. This year, Texas has won a bowl game. So far, Ole Miss has won a bowl game against a non-SEC team. Technically, it was one of the founding members of the SEC, but we ain't gonna get into that. Ole Miss has won one. Every other team belts to ass. Simply put, you wanted this SEC. This is what you wanted. You wanted to pay the players to only come in to your glorious schools built on slave grounds. But the problem is, when you get what you want, you went bitching to Congress. And now you want them to change the rules so you can help out these wonderful institutions in the South, who I still think owe reparations to the HBCUs. Because if it wasn't for integration, none of the talent was going to your schools. Let's be honest about that. At the same time, you kind of did, well, not you in particular, but the people who graduated from your institutions kind of shorted the money to HBCU. We ain't going there. But SEC, getting ready to get blocked because you wanted this mess. Early in the year, you wanted to have 8 to 9 damn teams in the playoffs. You cried that Alabama should get in no matter what happened against Georgia. And yeah, Yeah. When you play each other, like y'all want to have just 9 to 10 games in the SEC, and then 1 game versus Samford, you're gonna look good. You get out the conference, you don't look as good, man. Well, hell, what do I know? I just coach Little League football. Coach, I'm out.